Call to order the Tuesday, October 15th meeting of the Sanitary District 2 Board of Directors. Can we have a roll call, please?
Board Member Casissa.
Here.
Board Member Lee.
Here.
Board Member Thomas. Here. Vice President Ravazio.
Here.
President Beckman.
Here. Thank you. We'll have open time for public comment. This is an opportunity for members of the public to comment on any items not on tonight's agenda. We do not have anyone in person wishing to make public comment tonight. If you are with us via Zoom and would like to make public comment for open time, please go ahead and raise your hand and we'll bring you online here. Do we have any hands up?
No hands raised for open time and no email public comment for open time.
Okay, so we will close open time, seeing no public comment, and move on to our consent calendar. These are items that are routine or have been previously discussed and do not require further discussion. Any member of the board or public may pull a consent calendar item for discussion. Would any board members like to pull our one and only consent calendar item? No. We'll turn this over to the public. If you are with us and would like to pull a consent calendar item, please raise your hand if you are on Zoom. Do we have any hands up?
No hands raised on Zoom
And no one in person wishing to pull a consent calendar item, so we'll bring the consent calendar back to the board for a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent item. Second.
Okay, Board Member Casissa.
Yes.
Board Member Lee.
Yes.
Board Member Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Ravazio.
Yes.
President Beckman.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carries.
Thank you very much. We have no public hearings tonight. Our only business item is 6A, which is consideration of a budget revision to this year's budget related to our issuance of bonds, and I will turn it over to Daria.
Thank you. Good evening, Sanitary District Board. You have before you a request to approve a budget revision to the current year budget for the Sanitary District. As you will recall, at the time of the adoption of this budget in June, the Sanitary District did not have sufficient cash to proceed with necessary projects. And it was anticipated that certificates of participation would be issued. At the August meeting, NHA advisors and Jones Hall, the bond counsel, came and, well, gave a presentation regarding the issuance of the certificates of participation, and the Sanitary District Board gave approval for staff to proceed with that. The certificates of participation were issued in early October. As outlined in the staff report, they were sold at a premium of about $507,000. The costs are listed in the staff report. So $10 million was deposited with the trustee Bank of New York Mellon. And as the town, the Sanitary District spends the money on construction, we will be able to receive reimbursement from those funds. So the budget revision includes that transaction, the $10 million, and all of the associated transactions with that. And then on the expenditure side, puts in, adds $7,915,000 of new capital projects that were included in the adopted budget, but not for the full amount. The bulk of that money is the Paradise Pump Station Rehabilitation Phase 2 project, adding another $5.7 million to what was already included in the budget. The Madera Gardens Storm Drain and Sewer Rehabilitation Project, adding $1.3 million. And then the Category 5 and Koch Road Pipe Rehabilitation Project, adding $915,000. Also added some carryover expenditures for projects that were included in last year's budget, but were not completed until the current year. So that's the Meadow Sweet Trunk Sewer Rehabilitation Project, $240,000. And the 2023 Madera Garden Sewer Rehabilitation Project for $16,525. And then the last item is I added in the first debt service payment, which will be due in May for the certificates of participation. That's $380,757. And so that's $150,000 of principal and the remainder in interest. So at the end of all of this, you will see that there is a a revised list of projects of capital expenditures anticipated for the fiscal year. So the amount available for capital projects when, if everything, went according to this budget, at the end of this fiscal year, there would be, still have the reserve intact with, $3.2 million available, for other projects. And as noted and was discussed previously, there are, tentative plans to issue additional, debt in 2 years. So that is the end of my report, and I will be happy to answer questions.
Great. Thank you, Daria. We'll take questions from the board and we'll start down here. No questions. Pat, any questions? Any questions? I have no questions either. Thank you for the very thorough report. Obviously, this all stems from the discussions we've had over the last several months. We'll take public comment on this item. Any members of the public who would like to make public comment via Zoom, please go ahead and raise your hand. We don't have anyone in person wishing to make public comment. Do we have any hands up or emailed public comments on this item?
No emails and no hands raised for this item.
Okay, so seeing no public comment, we will close public comment and bring this item back to the board for discussion or a possible motion. We'll start down here.
Can I just make a possible motion, a motion for the 6A consideration of possible adoption of the resolution number 10/2024, approving revisions to the fiscal year 2024-2025 budget.
Second.
Okay. Board Member Casissa,
Yes.
Board Member Lee.
Yes.
Board Member Thomas,
Yes.
Vice President Ravazio,
Yes.
President Beckman.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carries.
Great, thank you very much. Item 7, district reports. Do we have a district manager report?
Just a quick item that we did initiate a purchase order for the new Vector that was included in the master plan and in the budget. And we hope to receive it in 2 to 3 months.
Great, thank you.
Wait,
Any,
what was that for? I didn't. hear.
A new Vector truck, which really is our primary vehicle to respond to spills and to clear our sewer mains. Yep.
Thank you.
great, thank you. Do we have any board member reports? Seeing none, do we have any comments on the draft agenda for the next meeting? And if not, we are adjourned.